Hi, I'm Scott Geiselhart. I'm a national speaker and I speak about PTSD, suicide, and addiction from a lived experience. 11 years ago, I was a firefighter and was lost. I was a firefighter for 18 years and things just changed in my life. I didn't understand what was going on. And unfortunately, I attempted to take my life. And after my suicide attempt, I found out that I had PTSD from being a firefighter and from the things I've seen as a firefighter. I reached out for help. I found a new meaning in life and hope that when I found out I had PTSD, that there was ways out of it. There was help and there was therapy and I didn't have to live like that anymore. I reached out for help. I received some help with EMDR and from there, everything just took off. I found peace in my life again. I accepted things that I've done in my life. I was using meth to cope in a very unhealthy way to stay away from my nightmares because sleep was my enemy. And ever since I reached out for help, the nightmares have ceased. My anger is gone. I used to have a very short temper and I no longer have any cravings for meth. I've never had cravings for the last 11 years. Now I travel around the country sharing my story with all sorts of people from different cultures, from different backgrounds. The first responders, I speak at churches, I go into high schools. Any kind of a professional career, maybe where the CEOs or the board member, it might be difficult for them to reach out for help or even understand and accept that something might be going on in their life where they need some help. And I go in and I make it okay. Reaching out for help saved my life and made me such a better person, more productive, a better firefighter, a better father by a long shot. And everything's just so much better now than it's ever been. I travel all around the country. I share with all sorts of different background people, whether they're homeless or they're CEOs. We all have mental health, and any one of us can get PTSD or moral injury or any kind of mental health. And the importance of reaching out for help was so critical in my life. I got my life back. And Seeing in Color Again is the title of my program. And that came about after my first therapy with EMDR. I found a field of sunflowers on the way home and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Before that, my life was so dull and dark and shadows and black and white. And it was like I had blinders on. I couldn't see the world around me. And now I can see 360. It's absolutely amazing. And there's something called post-traumatic success. And that's where I had PTSD. I recovered, I reached out, got the help, bettered myself, processed everything in my background from the traumatic events, and I got post-traumatic growth. And from post-traumatic growth, I went out to help a lot of people. And people reach out to me, and that's where I call it post-traumatic success. Because I took what I had, PTSD, and I moved forward, and now I'm able to help others that are in the darkness, and I'm able to help them out of the darkness. My name is Scott Geiselhart. My program is called Seeing in Color Again. It's about PTSD, suicide, and addiction. And I go around the country. No place is too far, no place is too close. Whether it's local or it's all the way across the country, I would love to come in and speak to your organization. If this seems like something you'd be interested in, please reach out. My website is seeingincoloragain.com. And if you Google my name, you can find a lot of information too.